Good evening again to all of our viewers. We want to say welcome to another edition of My Lutheran Connections. On today's edition, we will be providing you update on the fundraiser for LTI. Today with us in studios, we have our sister couple Silly. She's there from our studios in Monrovia, Liberia. We have our brother Josiah Joka. He's joining us from our studios there in Dunsbury, Connecticut. Our ambassador there in Freetown, Civilian, will be joining us very shortly. And also, we hope to have our brother Abel Lewelly. He will be joining us as well. And the only Reverend we have on set, the Reverend V. Zesta Leader Yakwas, will be joining us also from our studios there in Columbus, Ohio. Today, first of all, we want to say a big thank you, just a big thank you. Every one of us will have the opportunity, but we just want to say a big thank you to all of our supporters who um, celebrated with us during our time, our 1 year anniversary. We want to say thank you very much for all of your congratulatory wishes. We want to thank you. We also want to thank those who were able to celebrate with us as we thought it necessary to raise funds for the Lutheran Training Institute. An urgent call, a need from our church in Liberia, the Lutheran Church in Liberia. Today we will be going to Brother Josiah Jokai as we do some technical adjustments in the back end. We'll be going strictly to Dunsbury, Connecticut, and our brother Josiah Jokai, who is seated pretty tight, and he's gonna be taking us through from here. Brother Jokai, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm fine, Willie. Thanks for asking. Good to see you. Let me begin by saying that I like your outfit, man. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. This
Yeah.
is actually from the it's from Ghana. You know, it's only those in Atlanta usually have these. Not and as you can see, you know, this is a summer attire. By the way, I think from just couple of and our viewers from the look of things, you can tell what's going on there in Connecticut.
Yeah, I got 45 today. I got 45 degrees today, so a little bit sunny. Yeah, 45 is warm for us, here because it's always pretty cold than that. But yeah, the weather is cool and it's good to see you. Good to see Couple. Couple, you're welcome to the show. Like Willie said, we're going to have Ambassador joining us in a moment from now. We'll also look forward to having the Reverend Yakazua joining us. Our brother Abel Leawali, we hope he can also join us. Let me also add my voice to Willie's to say that we really appreciate your contributions, your participation in the discussion last week. It was really fantastic. You were very responsive. Some of you were very candid in your opinions about contributing to the LCL. We like the feedback. We will be talking about your feedback later on the show, but that will only come after we provide you a preliminary report on the fundraiser thus far. We really appreciate everything you did. Your contributions, the pieces of advice that you provided to us, the wishes, the kind words you share with us. Highly appreciated our 1 year anniversary. We are happy that we've been able to do this to hold on for a period of 1 year. And we are asking God for strength again to be able to go through another year successfully with all of you. Just in the interest of promoting our church, the spiritual and physical growth of the church. That's what we do. This thing we do. That's why we sacrifice the time, the efforts, and the resources. So this is your show, My Lutheran Connections. We are back on, and not to waste your time, we will be going to Sis Couple. Probably she has her opening comments after we will be going into the reports, and Sis Couple is actually going to walk us through the report. Sis Couple, let me say here, did a professional job. This is a team, but I have to single sis couple out and give it to her on behalf of the team, because what you're going to see was done by sis couple. She did it. She put in all the expertise. I mean, the report is professional. Willie,
Yes.
I was really, it's amazing. I was
I was
surprised.
mind blown, seriously. Yeah. But
Virtual.
you know one thing, quickly before this couple can come in, that's the reason why we have professionals on this team. That's her area. Okay, when it comes to accounting, that's her area. So for us, it's like it's something huge for us.
Yeah.
But for couple, I think it's just something like a water under the bridge for her. You
I
know,
can work
and
with
and
Excel, Willie. I can work with
right,
Excel, but the manner and form in which couple
she
did
did
it
it.
stands
Yeah,
out. It stands out absolutely.
absolutely,
It's a
absolutely.
professional report, and
Yes,
I really, really appreciate it. Couple, it's over to you, man.
yes.
Let's not take the words from your mouth.
Yeah.
It's over to you, couple.
Thank you, Virtual. Thank you, Woody. The Virtual said your whole attire, my man, you look just. Come from check, you took a check, look.
No, I take off my check
You
clothes.
stay in your check,
They
look. The
kill
whole
us. They
attire,
kill
just.
us today.
I see.
We gotta make that report. We gotta make that report here.
Yes, I want
Oh
to
my
join
goodness.
all other
Oh my
voices.
goodness.
Like what you said, what he said.
Mhm.
Just want to be thankful to everybody for last Sunday, like the contribution, the pledges, everything was just okay. Yeah, I want to say thank you. This is our church. We cannot do it alone. Other people can do it for us. We must keep the ball rolling. When people see your effort, then they come in to help in the process. So I just want to be grateful to all of us, everybody that contributed, even those who are not contributed yet. Please try to make your contribution. LTI is for everybody. I remember
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I hope couple can come back on.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but in the meantime, while we try to get this couple back on, Brother Joker, I mean, you know, it's actually not like trying to sing praises or so, but even the Bible says that give honor to whom honor is due, and sis couple actually did a fantastic job. It was a
Absolutely. Let me
phenomenal
confess.
job, actually.
Willie, let me confess. When we were coming up with all the noises today, it's good to have couple back. But couple, I want to make a little
yeah.
confession. I want to make a little confession, couple. I
Um,
was really shaking. And Willie, you know that
I
I
saw
was
you
I
coming. I
know.
saw you
shaking
coming. I'm like,
until I started fussing. I started fussing with Willie. Let me
yes,
confess.
yes. We've been busy the whole week. We have been
I
having
know
our
you are doing a
convention.
convention. Yeah, you are
Yeah,
at the
so we've been
convention.
busy
Yeah.
the whole week.
And ignorance is a disease, and it's
Yeah.
true. So
So even when I was in serious, when I opened my phone, I saw it. I said no. I wanted to say, can you give me 2 3 minutes, 2 3 hours? I said no. Let me just do what I can quick and just send it. Then later I will attach the spare.
yeah,
Yes. But then
yeah.
the good part about it, the bishop announced this issue in service. And he was like, but couple you here? Where is couple sitting? Couple you here? And I mean, I said, but when bishop speak, then who am I? Who am I to speak? So he was like, who are those that graduated from LTI? And you could see everybody putting their hand. I met one of my father. I said, Father, we have a talk. Say yesterday. So I've been talking to 1 or 2 persons who will later on add a name on the list and see how best we can get to them. And
Excellent.
they were really impressed of it. Bishop told them, so we cannot have people sponsoring us and we cannot sponsor ourselves. So
Yeah.
we all need to keep the ball rolling. Let's see what we can do before going to someone and say, please help us with this. Yeah, and I was really impressed. I just want to be grateful to everybody that we shouldn't stop. We should continue what we are doing. There's a great initiative. Yeah, it's a great one.
And Brother Joker, quickly, I want to let something out of bed quick. Do you know? Do you know couple new alliance now?
Look at,
The couple is in a gathering. They say Maluchu connection is here.
yo, so what's that? Very, very market.
They say, y'all be careful what to say. Be careful
Yeah,
what to say about
very
Lutheran
black.
Connections. Yeah.
He said I'm a Montreal base. He said, couple, you
Yeah,
are a
that's a
Montreal base,
Monrovia
my
base.
Lutheran connection.
Oh my goodness. That's good. So I was just shaking for nothing. I was just shaking this morning and I was like, where are we, Coco? Are we set? And everything was being done. I mean, I'm really happy. I'm glad.
Yeah.
And the report represents us. What we want to show to the people and present to the people, it reflects, what we stand for, our values and everything, our integrity. Yeah. So
Yes, yes, yes.
again, we are very happy that Lutherans responded so positive. The Lutherans and non-Lutherans. I mean, I was just touched by the fact that even non-Lutherans were so moved once they heard about education and heard about LTR, because LTR is a historic institution in the life of the country, not just the LCL. So there are many Liberians who are connected to LTI in 1 million ways. Their children, their relatives attended LTR like us in the LCL. That's why when I heard some brethren talking about, they didn't attend LTR, they didn't graduate from LTR, so they won't contribute, to the restoration of LTR, they will wait until their institutions, we are raising funds for their institution. I think that whether or not you attended LTR, like Oppo said, one way or the other, you benefited because a relative, a family member of yours, a friend of yours,
Yeah.
might have attended LTR before. And what we're doing right now is possible that in the future, a family person of yours will also benefit from LTR. And besides that, the fact that the institution belongs to the church and the institution is the
Gosh.
pride of not just the church, but the country, that alone should be a pride for you too, as a Lutheran, to be moved to contribute to LTR. Every other institution are proud, of the kind of academic or professional institutions they have, so the Episcopalians, the Methodists, they are proud of the academic institutions they have, the healthcare institutions they have across the country. They are very pleased to contribute to them, to support, them, their growth and development. We should be proud of ours too, our medical institutions, our educational institutions. We should be moved to be able to contribute to those. So that's quite important. So Willie, I think we should go to the report.
Yes.
Right. So you and Couple can take it from here.
Couple, you are there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm here.
Okay,
Getting
now,
me?
yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay. Once again, we want to say thank you to everyone. Last Sunday we had last Sunday we had a phone raiser for LTI. We raised phone for LTI.
You want me to go down straight to the balance?
I got my machine sorry, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
I
All
got
right.
the spread open.
Okay, good.
I got the spread open on the other machine, yeah. Okay,
Okay, good.
so we had a number, we have 41 persons. 41 person that make pledges the content. 41 person, and the total amount that was pledged in Liberian dollars was $12,700 Liberian dollars.
Yep.
12,700 Liberian dollars.
Mhm.
And we had 3,510 United States dollars that
Yep.
was pledged.
Mhm.
Okay. All of this amount, we received a total cash in Liberian dollar of 7,700. Total cash 7,700 Liberian dollars. US dollar 820 US dollar. What we receive. Okay. Some people send, because when you send the mobile money, the transfer fee. Some people add a transfer fee there. Like for me, when I send my $50, I added my transfer fee, but the Abel added own Catherine added her. So we receive a transfer fee of $6. 6 United States dollars as transfer fees. And 50 Liberian dollars as transfer fee for this. 7,700 that was sent, we receive 50 Liberian dollars as transfer fee. So we have the balance to be collected. Balance that we are to collect. We have 5,000 Liberian dollars, 2,690 US dollars. That's why we have to collect. Balance to be collected. So, Brother Joker, that's it, Woody. That's where we are. So the cash again, let me go over the cash received.
Mhm.
7,700 Liberian dollar cash received with 820 United States dollar cash received as of present with a $6 transfer fee. So we have a balance to be collected of 5,000 Liberian dollars and 2,690 United States dollar. That's what we have to collect. So we need to put our shoes on to collect this, to call. Yeah. That's where we are.
Couple, I want you to repeat the balance to be collected. The balance to be collected is
Okay.
the pledges. Is the balance in pledges?
Yes. Yes. The balances in pledges.
So
All
the
of these
balance
are
in
all
Liberian
balances
dollar to
in
be
pledges.
collected is 5,000, right?
It's
LD.
5,000 Liberian dollars. Yes, LD. USD is $2,690. USD.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Brother Joker, if you made, I mean, I can just kind of pretty much run over those who have made good their
Yeah.
amount so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
The
you
name.
okay,
Yes.
all right. So the those who have made their good their pledges so far, Sis Comfort T Sakwi, we want to thank you. Sis Corporal Saleh, Brother Josiah Jokai, Brother Willie Cowboy, um, Sister Victoria Johnson, um, Mr. and Mrs. Tablo.
Willie, can you go back? Willie, can you go back? I know everybody looking at the spreadsheet, but
Okay,
it might be faint to some people. They may not recognize the
Yeah.
figures much. Can you just call the amounts they contributed
okay,
as well?
sure. Sis Comfort T Sakwi, 25 United States dollars. Sis Corporal Saleh, 52 United States dollars, $50 in donation, $2 service fees.
Yeah.
Brother Joe Kai, $50 United States dollars. Brother Willie Cowboy, 50 United States dollars. Says Victoria Johnson, 50 United States dollars. Brother Jerry Tablo,
7,000.
$7,750 Liberian dollars, $50 service fees, $770, $7,700 in donation, Liberian dollars in donation. Mr. and Mrs. Abel Lewally, 103 United States dollars, 100 in donation, $3 service fees. Says Vliga Bien, 100 United States dollars in donation. Um, then we go down here. Says Afrida Wa Topa, 150 United States dollars donation. Um, Brother Stephen Corba,
Stephen
50 United States
Color.
dollars donation. Says Grace Jasso, 25 United States dollars in donation. And then we go further down to says
Catherine.
Patrick Gaku, 21 United States dollars, 20 in donation, $1 service fees, United States dollars. Brother Gabe Wooler, 100 United States dollars. The Reverend M. Amadou Salif, $50 US in donation. So we have it here. Um, I don't know if you
I
want me
gave
to
us
run
the
over
So you
those.
can
820.
go to the bottom. You can go to
Okay,
the bottom and
Yeah,
give
that,
the different
that one gave us.
dollars.
Yeah.
yeah. So if we come
Okay.
here to the balance, like Sis Couple Silly said, 820 United States dollars is a cash on hand. 7,700 Liberian dollars is the cash on hand Liberian dollars. And also I can quickly run over those that w- you know pledges that we need to go out, we need to make follow up on.
Right. So the totals, those are the totals of the pledges, right? So we have 12,700 Liberian dollars in pledges,
Right.
and we have 3,510 United States dollars in pledges.
Yep.
So it means that we have a total service fee of $6.
$6. Yes. Thus far.
All right. And then we have that's United States dollars.
United States dollars.
Yes,
Yes.
And then we
yes,
have a total of 50 Liberian dollars in service charge, correct?
Yes. Yes.
yes,
And then so we have a total of 5,000 Liberian dollars to collect.
Yes.
yeah,
Couple, is that right, Willie?
yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yes, very,
Right. And then we have a balance of 2,690 United States dollars to collect, correct?
Yes. Yes.
yes,
Very good. And the good thing is that we have all of these documented. Those who made the pledges, we have the names and the amounts that were pledged, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Are
yeah,
those the names that we see in front of them blank with happens, with dashes, with no amounts mentioned? Those are the pledges, right?
So, so the names. So if you see here, one column has the pledges in
Yeah.
Liberian and US dollars. Then
Yes.
the green, the amount received.
Right.
So, for example, if you, for example, I will go with Mr. and Mrs. Jerry Tableau,
Yeah.
7,700 pledge,
You're right.
7,700 received,
Receive.
blank balance.
Right. And then we also have a column for contacts on the right
Yeah.
side.
yes,
So we
yes.
have their contact information that we
Yes.
can reach out to. Some of them we have contacts, but some of them that
Some,
we can reach
yes, we
out.
need we need to fill in
Yeah.
the contact. We need to
Okay.
get contact of them.
And also, if you look here in the balance, so if you look here in the balance, while we are on live right now, for example, let me just pick someone right here and say, um, brother, let me just say Sis Naomi.
Mhm.
Okay, if Sis Naomi happens to send her $20 right now,
Mhm.
and we should include that $20 here,
Here.
it's going to change
It's
the
going to change
balance
the
here
total, the
automatically.
balance.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's going to change
And
the
it's
balance
also going to
automatically.
affect it's also going to affect the totals.
The total is going to affect the total as well.
yes,
Right. That's
yeah,
why I
it
was
will
talking
affect the
about the
total.
professional nature of the report that couple
Yes,
did.
yes,
Because once you make any adjustment, it's going to change the overall totals.
yes,
Yeah, which is good. So once that $20 is paid by Sis Naomi, then it means that where you have balance is going to be zero.
yes,
And that $20 is also going to be added to the total cash in terms of United States dollars, total cash on hand.
yes.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it will
So
increase the cash and it decrease the balance.
decrease the balance and
Absolutely.
increase the cash. Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So we have this report, and what we are going to do here, couple, do you still have any information on this report to provide that we have not provided yet?
I just want
no,
to I just want to add that
yeah,
um, the list is going to the list is going to increase
Mm-hmm.
because there are some potential donors or contributors that we've contacted. We sent out letters to them. We haven't heard from them, and some institutions as well. We haven't heard from them, and some congregations, like for example, the River of Life Lutheran Church in um in Minnesota. They are the one who this is the congregation that helped the Lutheran Church of Christ in Nigeria to put this Lutheran University together. So we are hoping to get contribution from them, as well as the Fifth Emmanuel Lutheran congregation there in Philadelphia,
In
Pennsylvania.
Philadelphia.
Yes, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and also uh,
When you
the
talk about
LC,
the fifth Emmanuel Lutheran Church, that's the Reverend Dr. Dennis, right?
right, Reverend Dr. Dennis. Yeah,
Right.
and also we don't want to but like I said, we send out communication to some other people and the names are going to come up. Okay, so um again, I just want to say a big thank you to Sis Couple. You did a great job in a sense that just in case technology was not going to allow you to be here with us today, we will have presented this report without you know any problem because you already set everything up. I just want to say thank you so much.
Right, couple is a
Thank
great
you.
asset. Couple is a
Thank
great
you.
asset to our
Absolutely.
network. We
Yeah.
we really appreciate you, couple, and we want the audience to know, you know, the extent of your professionalism. I mean, it's exhibited by the nature of the report that we just presented. You know, as a network, you were behind the scene making sure that this was done and possible. And you know, Willie, also thank you. I mean, the two of you did this report. I mean, the technologist side, you are always there making sure that it works for us to make us look good out there. So, folks, there you have it. That's the report. This is what we want to say to you today. That this week we are going to make available to the Lutheran Church in Liberia the total amount of
Let- let- let-
7,700 Liberian dollars and 820 United States dollars. Is that correct, couple? Those
Yes.
are the two totals.
Yes, yes, yeah, that's the two cash on him.
Right. So we're going to
Yeah, that
make
is total
those
cash on
amounts
him.
available to the Lutheran Church in Liberia, and we are going to um, make sure that we continue the collections. Once we collect a significant amount, we will be making another report, hopefully the last Sunday in December. At that time, we will still, you know, just a few minutes of the bishop, the bishop's time, because Willie, you know that that's the bishop segment, right?
right, right. That's the bishop segment.
that's
Yeah. Yeah.
that's the bishop segment. So we will steal a few minutes of the bishop show to present, you know, the second report on the collections that will be done from now to the last Sunday. Yeah, and we will also tell you where we are with our milestone with the 5K after we present the second report to you. We are very committed to this process. And I will use the opportunity since I'm speaking. I know that I was able to read through Sister Goya's comment. We appreciate it a whole lot, Brother Goya. You are a regular contributor to the show, a regular follower of the show. It's highly appreciated. Your comments, yes, we all here value quality education, and that's what we seek. That's what the church seeks. As I also attended LTI, I know it was really tough for my dad to be able to pay my tuition consistently to keep me on campus and to provide pocket money for me while I was there and make sure that my chop box never went empty while I was there. My dad worked at current hospital he gave to the church at the time, and his meager salary he received, he also prioritized my education. That's why today I'm even sitting here, and I owe that to him so dearly. I agree with you. LTI was seen, you know, as an elitist institution where only children of the elites went to LTI. But this is what I can say to you. I think this is a rethinking process that we are all in. I'm not sure the new LTI is not going to be affordable and accessible. I think those are critical, you know, points that you raise. And so what the focus is going to be, as Bishop indicated last Sunday, is that we are focusing on affordability, accessibility of the institution, availability of the quality content, you know, of that's going to be taught in the school, looking at the curriculum, the quality of the curriculum, looking at the requirements in terms of fees and tuition to make it accessible, to make it affordable. You know, so I think that's the focus, because Bishop wanted to even simplify that by saying that as we speak, you have students from Salaye town, which never used to be possible. That was that was an irony, you know. You hardly saw students from Salai attending LTI, even though LTI is situated right there in Salai. It's true. That's a classic example of why many people consider LTI to be an elitist institution. But I think we are moving away from that. We've learned a lot, and part of what needs to be done is to make LTI affordable, is to make it accessible to everybody, irrespective of their economic standing. So Bishop tried to simplify that by saying that as we speak right now, many of the students in the school are from Salai Isaf, Salai Town, Salai District Isaf, and I think the LCL administration is thinking in that direction. Our school can be supported so that the burden is not on the parents, to support the institution through salaries and tuitions. Through not salary, through tuitions and fees. So that's one of the key focuses of the LCL, to make LTI accessible, to make it affordable, so that you can have everybody attending the institution. But again, LTI remains a pride of the LCL, and as Lutherans, we should be proud to support that initiative. Let me also add that we are raising the funds not to support the overall reconstruction of the institution. We know that an assessment has been done, and we will not be able, as a network, My Lutheran Connections, to raise the funding to support such reconstruction process. It has to be in the millions, So what we are doing here is to support the current efforts of the leadership to give LTI a facelift. Even if LTI should be reconstructed, fully reconstructed, even if the institution should fully recover, we have to first make sure that LTI looks good, so that people can be attracted to it, so that people can know that we are making efforts, the owners of the institution, the LCL for that matter. We cannot be calling people to come and help us with the recovery at LTI, and the institution is currently buried in the forest. The bishop has to make sure that many of those buildings are clean. I mean, there's complete cleanup process there, that the bushes are clear consistently, and there's maintenance, so that people can even be able to come. Partners, donors can be able to visit the institution to come there and make sure that it is something that they can work with the LCL to support. So that's why we thought that for our anniversary, the best way to celebrate was to help the leadership in this fundraising initiative to give LTI a befitting facelift. And that's why we are raising the funds. So we will continue the conversation. As people have their inquiries, their questions, you can make them here. Willie?
Yeah. The what I want to say to my cousin is that we don't the old man Flomo said, you don't blame the place you fell, but you want to go to where you stump your toes, so you make some corrections. I say that to say this, that that happened in the past, and like Brother Josiah just mentioned, I think these are some of the mistakes that this current administration is looking at to make sure that the school should be a place that everyone should be able to send their child to, regardless of their status, and when you talked about the school being in Sala and people not attending there, it reminds me of, there is a tree in Loma. I just forgetting the tree. When I think when it hits the sea, it spreads in the people under the tree don't
They don't see it, they don't
people
have
under
it.
the tree, they don't see it.
Passers by can pick up the fruits, but not
Exactly,
those
yeah,
under the tree. Yeah,
right, right,
that's a good example. And
right,
Brother Susie also inquiring further as to whether or not the school is now becoming accessible, because they failed in the past, to accept the kids or children of poor people. But what I can say, Brother Susie, is that we cannot continue to cry over the past. What we can do is to use the past to correct the present and the
The
future.
first and the future.
That's what we have to do, and that's what we are doing here right now. Yes, we
absolutely,
all
yes.
actually agree that that was not right in the past. The school was supposed to be fully accessible to everybody, irrespective of their economic standing, like I said, social,
Right.
economic standing. But that was not the case, and so that should not be the case right now either. So what
But
we need to do now, it behooves us. The onus is on us to make all of the structural changes to adapt the policies that are necessary
but
to
you know,
make school accessible
Brother Chokai,
and affordable to everybody. I think
right.
that's exactly what we're trying to do. Yes, go ahead,
Right,
Will.
Brother Chokai, sorry to interrupt. But my cousin actually that you're looking at, this man did not rather go to, in this man did not go to SDMI in Birmingham Hills. Okay, he did not go to SDMI. You know, back in the days when they say Catholic schools,
Gotcha.
exactly. So, um, my- my- I think the point that those that attended LTI were only
I want to agree with you on that one. I'm on the side of Caesar on this one.
no
So
no.
Caesar is playing the devil's advocate. He is not talking about himself as an individual. Caesar is looking at the bigger picture. That's what he is looking at.
Yeah.
But
So
I
what
think that's
about
what the current administration is looking at right now. That the
absolutely?
school should be, affordable, and so I just want to encourage my cousin that he should join the bandwagon so we can, so we can support the new idea.
Yeah,
That's the point I just want to make.
before we get this $100 from Caesar, we will work for it. We will work for the $100 from Caesar. That I know for sure. Yeah, and when we get it, we will appreciate it because we will have realized that we really work for it.
we we go work for it, and also to our father many many credit. Okay,
Uh-huh.
municipality. Okay, so I did send the information to you. I just sent it to your inbox. You will see the information right on there. And if there's anything, I also send you my phone number. So if there's anything, I can post out the cash app number right here as well. Anything, you can just send it right to that number, and you will
Yeah,
see. Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah, and anybody who's ready to um make real their promise, you can get to any of us as usual. Willie, I think you should keep rolling the numbers. I think you should keep rolling the
yeah.
Yes,
numbers.
I
yes.
thought I did. But I'm gonna put the number up right now. I thought I did.
It's
Yeah.
not there.
Yeah, you should keep rolling the
Yeah.
numbers while the discussion is ongoing.
Yeah.
Again, it was really good having Bishop. We forgot about that part of it, the piece of the past. It was good having Bishop on the show last Sunday. And
Yeah.
this is part of the leadership efforts that we continue to emphasize, where the bishop, the leader of the church, is so accessible, where he is ready to speak with his people. And I was really touched when I was talking to Joyce on the phone. You remember Joyce,
Yes. Yes.
who was
Yes,
really
yes.
speaking
Yeah,
of
that
her
lady.
emotions and what she feels about the institution and about accountability in the church. Initiative, people taking initiative in the church. I thought that was really good, and the bishop response was just excellent. Bishop
Yeah.
was ready to talk to her, to make his number available to her, and I think she felt very pleased. That alone is encouraging. I think the bishop's support was very significant in helping us to reach this milestone. This is very important, and we want to encourage the bishop to continue that kind of openness, on a part of his leadership, and he can encourage all of the members of his leadership to be open just as he is. That is going to be helpful in this process of restoring the confidence of Lutherans, because that's one of the most important things, and that's another point we're going to come to shortly, the feedback, what we learned from this fundraiser,
Right.
as a network. But before then, Papu, do you have anything to chip in before
Right.
we can start talking about the
Yes.
feedback from our
Yeah,
contribution?
yes, bro. Yeah, yeah, bro. Okay. Yeah, you said that we cannot build a LTI, but we're helping in the process to give it a facelift. I will tell you, when we went LTI in March for our women convention, where I was launching, it was like I don't even know how to describe the place. But that night, Cecily and myself, because she and myself were launching together when we were going home. The scorpion, it was just God.
Mm.
Scorpion. Mm-hmm. Down there in the house, she was ahead of me with the foam light. And when she pulled it out, she said, Presso, la scorpion. I said, wow. Because the area was bushy. We were in the hall and all the kids, snake were all crowding on us. And
Hmm.
only happened because the whole area was bushy. So for
Hmm.
me to see myself being part of this initiative, I'm so much grateful. Yes, I'm grateful. And I'm grateful to everybody. There's a good one. We really need to take care of our own, take care of our property. LTI is a fun place.
Yeah.
We all need to give it a facelift. We cannot build it because it costs millions of dollars. Yeah, so the little we can afford, we should continue to contribute to give it a facelift. Yeah,
Yeah, we have to take the first steps, Papa. We own the
yeah.
institution. Yeah, people can't come from outside and take cutlasses and start brushing. That's the
To
least we
brush
can
place
do.
for us. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to make sure that the campus is clean. We brush the bushes away. Make sure that people who we even want to solicit support from, that when they see the efforts we're making, they will be impressed by that, and they will see the level of commitment to be able to help us in the process. But you can be telling people to come and help you with
Help you.
LTI's
And
recovery, and nobody can even see any of the buildings. The entire campus
yeah.
is, yeah, there's
Mhm.
forests across the whole place that
Yeah.
nobody can even enter any of the buildings, to see
Yeah, you are
the
fair.
to assess the level of the damage. That's not possible. Then we are not serious. In short, that's what we are saying. We are asking for support, but we're not demonstrating any seriousness. So what the bishop has started? I was really touched by that cleanup campaign, and I want to thank Moses Cole for making available the video. That cleanup campaign that you guys were on, Sis Couple, with your first-hand experience about experiencing scorpions, snakes, and putting yourselves in harm's way, just to give the campus some kind of facelift for the first time. And that's why I kept asking myself and asking people, why did we allow LTI over the last 10, 12 years to go down to that extent at its lowest ever? Yeah, because we're not fighting war during those time, the last 10 years, we're not fighting
Mhm.
war. Yeah,
Yeah.
why would the institution go down so badly that the bishop took over, the new leadership took over? The first thing he had to run over there, I see no brethren in the church to go there and sacrifice. People had to spend their own money to go to LTI to clean up. People had to spend money to contribute to feeding those who were there cleaning up. People had to pay people way, provide transportation. People had to make their vehicles available, fuel their own vehicles just to take people. I mean, the sacrifice was just overwhelming. And that's the kind of demonstration that reflects who we are supposed to be as a church. And I like the fact, Bishop, we want to say welcome. The Bishop is watching. Welcome, Brother Sonny George. Brother Sonny George is on. Father Memple is on. Sister Goya, we want to say welcome. I think I saw um, Reverend P. Thomas Inape on earlier.
Yeah, Reverend P is here, and also Brother Roger Abin Kamon,
Okay.
and we want to mention that the president of Monrovia District Women, Mary Grace Joshua, she's here,
Okay.
and we also want to recognize the wife of our senior brother Benedict Kakula.
Okay.
This is Sis
That's Sis
Marlin
Marley.
Molba. Yes, this is Sis Marlin Molba
Sis Marley
Kakula.
is in the US with it. I need to try to call Sis Marley and say
She's
hi
right in
to
your
the boss.
backyard. She's right in your backyard.
Wow.
She's right in your
Yeah,
backyard.
I'm proud of my
I
daughter.
understand she's in
Yeah.
Rhode Island. She's right in your
Oh,
backyard. So
oh, yeah, Rhode
it's
Island. Yeah, yeah,
just right there. But quickly, I want to say this thing quickly, right? Just few things. I probably will say
Okay,
two things.
Mariana.
One, when
It'll be like
Bishop was on the
it'll be like
show
shallow.
and listening
You say
to
how much?
our callers calling in, raising their concerns about um, accountability and some financial issues in the church. One thing I saw was his willingness to listen.
hmm
Mhm.
He listened patiently. And at the end, he did not say, "Oh, thank you." He said, "How can I reach this lady
Yeah.
so that I can get more idea, I can get more, you know, more, the wisdom, that you're providing. So I can get more. How can I share? How can she be, a blessing onto the church? All the ideas. Another thing that I saw is that I don't know for all of, but for me, I see that he is not shifting blame in these concerns that people are raising. He's not like kind of shifting blame. No, it's not me, it's Jokai. No, the writing don't look correct. That is couple who type it and send it to me. I only did this. You know, I keep hearing from him. Let's try to move forward.
No, look,
Yeah.
Bishop is always
Yes.
right. He said, Willie, what can you do?
No, no,
How,
no,
what
no,
can you do to solve the problem? Sister
no.
Paul, what can you do to solve the problem?
He's the right, but I'm talking. I'm
That's
talking
good.
about. I'm talking about some of those concerns that people are
Yeah,
raising.
yeah.
Even though even though he has inherited, you know, some of those things, but he's not saying that, oh, I can't met it here. Even at some point you'll say, okay, we got to get to the bottom of this.
Absolutely, Willie, and that's why I agree with you. I agree with
Right.
you
Yeah.
100%. I'm saying that Bishop is not complaining, but Bishop is
No.
giving, looking for solutions.
He's looking
He
for
is
solutions.
asking
Right.
you, Willie, Bishop does not want to entertain complaints. He's
No.
asking you, what can
Right.
we do to solve the
What can we do
problem?
to fix it and move
Yeah,
forward?
Willie, what can you do? Josiah, what
Right.
can you do? You remember we had a discussion with Bishop before, some pre-discussion, and
Right.
Bishop threw it back to us. He
Right.
said, I'm waiting for you guys to tell me what needs to be done.
What needs to be done? And
So
that's why
Bishop is not even entertaining, he's not even
no.
entertaining complaints, What
Right.
he's looking for is solutions to the problem.
Solution. Right.
And that's the
And
spirit. I
and,
think
and,
that's the
and to,
spirit.
to the issue of LTI, you know, couple again, I just want to thank God, just imagining scorpion or snake, you know. Look, I mean, being in administration and you want to prioritize something, let me be honest with you. After 3 4 years, how many months will it take to even get a lawnmower? I mean, Bijo, you are here. Look at some of the lawnmowers you guys have. Even a used lawnmower, have two of them at LTI. Someone just sit in that lawnmower and ride around, cut all the grass and everything.
All the grass, yeah.
You know, then having to have like 100 people to go at LTI. You know what I take for excuse me, I take for 10 men in a coup, 20 men in a coup, then you having 100 men, not women, but 100 men to go at LTI. So you should know the level of, I mean, like, I might be exaggerating, but you must know the level of forest that LTI was in at the time.
But we saw the video.
I mean, we saw the videos.
And it's a reality. You're right about that. You're not exaggerating. So,
I mean, I'm just saying this to say that whatever way we can help our church, let us just help.
right.
Whatever way.
Yes.
I saw the youth. I saw the youth, Monroe District youth. They went at Bannersville Church. They were helping to cut the grass, and I was speaking with the president. I said maybe the district just need perhaps even as a used lawnmower. Look, I mean, I don't even mind using used stuff. I do use used stuff. Okay, I've used used cars before. I've used used stuff. So people here
Brother
using used stuff is not
Goya,
a
Brother
bad thing.
Goya got some use.
We're taking calls today, brother Koya. You know
Brother
what?
Goya got some use more. I know that. I've seen his photographs. He got new ones. So
Right.
Brother Goya can even pack some of the old ones. And
If we
we
got some,
also contribute.
if people here that got
Okay,
old
send them.
lawnmowers and things, let help our church with
Right.
it. Let them
Right.
let them cut the grass and let them keep
Right,
cleaning up.
here's the thing. We got a lot of feedback from our contributors and many of those who participated in the discussion during the fundraiser. And that feedback, the focus was on accountability in the church. It was so overwhelming to tell us that we didn't even have to do a specific poll. We didn't have to do a specific poll. It was so overwhelming. That was a poll by itself. Overwhelming that the focus was on accountability. Do you have a call?
Yeah.
We got
We have.
background noise. We got background noise.
Hold on 1 second. We'll take care of that.
Mhm.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother Joker. Sorry. Go ahead, course.
Oh, okay. You have Cesar on the phone. Okay.
Yes, boy, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Hey, I hate to be that lone voice in the desert, but I think our church has come to that place where there has to be I think usually not being critical of the church is what has led us to where we are today, where after so many years of the existence of the Lutheran Church in Liberia, we can't point to one thing that is structurally sound that is not in need of revamping. And I think that's why I see you guys starting right now with a new bishop. To say that the bishop is not having room for complaints, I think sets the bishop up to fail and sets him up to follow in the path of all the other bishops that came before him, and the Lutheran Church will continue, sadly, to be in the tailspin. There are institutional harm, institutional history that a bishop, as a leader, has to allow people to say, to speak out, if he wants them to truly proffer solutions. So for me, I'll take me as an example. I belong to the Lutheran Church and St. Peter's Parish. And like my cousin was trying to say, yeah, I didn't go to, I mean, the only one Lutheran school I went to was Phoebe Community Lutheran School, and that was because my dad was leaving to come to the States, and I had to go live with family anyway in Phoebe. But I went to Catholic school all my life. But that does not negate the fact that I have family members. I actually had an auntie who went to LTI, and our grandfather could not afford to pay her tuition at LTI. She was being kicked out. As Willie was saying here, I was in the 8th grade when I had to pay my auntie's tuition at LTI because I had a scholarship from the Catholics to go to school for free, and I used my tuition without my dad knowing that I was on a scholarship to pay my auntie's tuition at LTI. And so when we talk about this institutional harm, they have to be addressed. The Lutheran Training Institute was an institute for elites. That's where you found the children of the vice president, the ministers, and people that were related to higher ups in authority. It was not where the common Lutheran from Zozo or from Salahi or from Zorowo went. And so if we cannot say this, and if we cannot clearly sit down and lay out the process for which this will not be repeated, believe you me, I can give you my $100 today, but it's not going to do anything. Because right now, the church is going back to accepting people from Salahi because the LTI cannot compete. The LTI as an institution is not competitive, so it's no longer being looked at by the elites. It's like, the young lady that passed her prime. Nobody looking for you no more. So that's the reason now you're available to the community. But when the Lutheran Training Institute was in competition, when the Lutheran Training Institute was the LTI, it wasn't looking for community thing like Ponto can say. It wasn't looking for that. It wasn't looking for the people in the community. And sadly, you guys on the platform raising the money and the bishop, I haven't heard one thing that you guys are laying out that would be a way to guide against that. You just say, oh, the new LTI. I haven't seen anything. The bishop did not speak to anything. All he spoke about was his aspiration. He hasn't spoken to anything that's been laid down in document or in any thought process, clearly thought out, that would guide against making sure that the children of Fokpa and Flomo and Givlosi don't pay their money. And then when Lutheran Training Institute becomes competitive, they start accepting the children of Fokpa, Givlosi, and Kubwe in Zonso District, in Lofa County, or even the children of Lutherans. So that is my point I'm trying to make. And I don't think the church has talked about that. And sadly, I don't think you guys have talked about that. I think all you guys, and I'm sure it's okay to praise the bishop, but I think you guys are mostly interested in the kumbaya. You cannot have a kumbaya if you don't address the systemic wrong that was done, the institutional harm that was done, and the historical harm that was done to people.
Thank you, brother Sizi. I always like your conversation. They are very meaningful. But let me begin to respond by saying that there is no way that people can resolve or address any institutional problem without understanding the nature of the problem. Every problem to be resolved has to be put in its proper perspective to provide a clear understanding of the basis of the problem, the reasons of the problem, the causes of the problem, to be able to derive an excellent solution. And that has to be done. No one is negating that. Not even me. I'm not negating that. When we say that the bishop is not entertaining complaints, we are talking about when people become unreasonable. When the complaints are made, when there are responses in terms of what is being done to address the issue. LTI is very critical right now. LTI is a serious topic when it comes to the establishment of the Lutheran University. The LCL and ALIA are discussing structurally what the new LTI should be, what the academic structure should be, what it intends to deliver in terms of the kind of education, the kind of quality, and how it is to be accessible to everybody, irrespective of their economic standing. Those discussions are ongoing. On another front, another discussion is about the secondary level. How to even move away from just pure academic secondary education to a vocational and technical institution. That children graduating or students coming out of the new LTI, the high school, will come out with some skills, and how everyone can fit in that picture. Those discussions are ongoing. I am not privy to the extent to which those discussions have come in terms of where they are, but those discussions are ongoing. What we are trying to do here as a network is just to help to present a picture that is acceptable to any possible would-be donor that the institution, the church, is going to come up with, is going to identify tomorrow to be able to support the recovery, the actual recovery of LTI. We have emphasized, I agree with you, and it's not my first time, even my colleagues and some other people discussing the different quarters at different levels, it's being discussed that the OLTI was in competition with other meaningful institutions in the country. But it was basically an institution that opened its arms to the children of elites in the country. True, you can't argue about that. If you are even to look at the history of the students, the nature of the students that went there, the very few, Yapaulo, Flomo, or Jokai, you know that one thing, let me say something. My name actually is supposed to be Jokai. You know, I just came, I saw that my father and other people just sport our beautiful Pele name from Jokai to Jokai, you know, to beautify and maybe modernize it, you know. To know the different joker, the amount of jokers, you know, that went to LTI, the amount of Flomos or Liali that went to LTI is insignificant compared to the Washingtons, the Harrises, you know, the Jacksons that went to LTI. And we agree. This is no debate here. But the point we're trying to make is that now, at least we all can have a say in what the new LTI should be. We all can advise the leadership, the bishop, the new leadership, to say, this is what we want to see the new LTI to be. Unlike the past, where we only saw results in terms of what certain people at certain level have privilege to. So the situation now, we are having a conversation at the point where we don't have the new LTI that we envisage right now. The mental LTI that we have, that you have, Brother Ceci, that Sunday Josh has, that other people have mentally, that we want to see, we don't have it right now. But we all can contribute to what it should be tomorrow. And there has to be beginning steps. So part of it right now, our contribution right now is, how can we make the LTI that we have right now, that is in the dilapidated state, you know, that is almost in the dysfunctional state, how can we situate it so that we make it attractive to those who can support us to realize our recovery? I think that's where we are. But when it comes to complaints, we are not saying that the bishop should not listen to people. We are not even voting in the bishop. No, we are not encouraging the bishop to do that. When we're talking about complaint, the point we're trying to make was that we raise, for example, behind the scenes, issues with the bishop. Our network, we raise issues with bishop. Why are you not taking on this? Why are there not policy issue on this? And the bishop said that you guys write something and share with me. That's what we were saying, that he's not entertaining complaints. We're not saying that he shouldn't listen to people. The bishop is saying that constructively share something with him, advise him, give him the pieces of advice that he needs, give his leadership the pieces of advice that he needs, tell him, give a historical perspective of the issues that are affecting the church. They want to listen, they welcome it, they are open. And I'm saying this because I've had that conversation. My colleagues here have had that conversation with the bishop and some members of his leadership. We've engaged them. We've said to them, these things historically have been affecting the church. What is going to be done to address this issue? If they don't understand the perspective, the historical perspective, they're not going to find a genuine solution to address those issues. So these are some of the things that we're trying to proffer, Brother Cesar, but we didn't really mean that we're encouraging the bishop not to listen, or when people complaining that he shouldn't listen. No, people got the right to complain. And the feedback we are providing here is one of it that we learned from the fundraiser. The issue of accountability. That's a realistic complaint. The issue of accountability in the church has discouraged so many Lutherans from contributing to activities of the church at different levels. At men's auxiliary, the men will tell you that, the women will tell you that, the youth will tell you that. I mean, all the departments in the different parishes in the church, people will tell you, I'm tired paying money, I'm tired contributing, I'm not seeing the results of what I'm getting. If you were to look in the chat room, the LCR chat room, when we started this LTI fundraiser, that's what we heard from our brethren. And that was realistic, that was genuine. We had to take a time to have the conversation, to tell them that, hey, we have to begin from somewhere. As much as we have this accountability issue in the church, that doesn't mean that we must not take steps to deal with the issues that we're faced with. But if we focus just on the problem and not trying to turn the problem into solutions, then we will be held back forever. That's the point we are making. We raise the issues, we all concentrate on what we can do to deal with the issue. That would be great.
And Brother Joker, I just want to add quickly that of course, that it is not about a kumbaya movement. There are some points that would rather hold this administration feet to the fire. And like some people have raised a concern about 2 scholarships that have gone to the church. We inform the public that we will be, we are on that, and we're going to be discussing that in this month. During the anniversary month in November, when the information came up, we had other issues, other topics lined up. But in December, we're going to take a Sunday and we're going to go through. We're going to invite the Board of Education. We're going to go through the scholarship. Some people raise concern about the scholarship, and we're going to go through the scholarship. So it is not about a kumbaya movement. It's, you know, like, I mean, Brother Joker has taken his time to elaborate a lot about it. So I'm not really going to go, you know, over that. But it's not, I just want to make the point clear that my Lutheran Connection is independent. It's not about having, you know, dining and whining with
I didn't
yeah.
want to give attention to that, because Brother Sisse himself is fully aware that the caliber of people on this show are independent people. And
I don't think I call your independence into question, though. I was clearly talking about the point that I was right. I was talking about the point that you raised when you said the bishop, you know, because I think Jokai, you said about it 3 times, that the bishop is not listening to complaints. He's not interested in listening to complaints. He's interested in solution. Right. And I felt that was gaslighting, to ask people who have been harmed to, after saying their harm, without even a solution to their harm, that they should now sit and proffer solutions on how you heal their harm. But having said that, though, I just want to put it out there. I will support scholarship situations, but at the end of the day, we have to speak our truth. As a Lutheran, when people like my sister Kopo said that, you know, we have something to be proud of as ours, I have to disagree. It's not mine. Show me, how is that, me as a Lutheran from St. Peter Lutheran Church, how is the LTI mine when it's not accessible to me? The LTI belongs to the government, past governments and their children. Let's be very frank. Those were the people that had access to LTI. So how is it mine? Is it mine after it's spoiled? Is it mine after it's damaged? Is it mine after it needs repair? Is that when it becomes mine? Does it become mine? Me as a poor Lothian Lutheran. Does the Lutheran Training Institute become mine after it's dilapidated? When it can no longer compete academically with the elite institutions in Liberia, that's when it resorts to being mine. But when it was in its heyday, it's never mine. And that's the point. Is I understand what Jokai is trying to say, but it's almost like you asking me to donate on faith. To say, okay, Mr. Goya, your point you're making about LTI should have, with all of the money they raised from elites, should be able to self-prepare yourself. And you say, well, yeah, Mr. Goya, we agree with you on that. We understand that there might be some discussions going on the way to avoid that from happening. We don't do that. We're not privy to that. But just have faith, brother, and donate. And for me, I'm tired of giving money on faith. I have to see substance.
Right.
And so if I cannot see that, and you on this platform, there's a difference between me giving you $500 and me giving you $100. To be very frank with you, it is because I think and I strongly believe that there is nothing that has juggled me to say I need to give more. It's the reason I'm giving $100 to an educational undertaking versus a $500 or $1,000. I just want you guys to know that I might not be alone in this. There might be people who just listen to you and not donate, or might give you $25 when they would have otherwise given you $150 or $200 if they were to see solutions. And now people asking people to donate just on faith. That solutions will be coming.
Absolutely, brother Goya. You are right about that. Your choice to contribute is all yours, and your choice to contribute the measure. To determine the measure of the contribution is all yours, and it should be on the basis of tangible reasons. Absolutely, you want to see solutions that are being proffered. Absolutely, but again, this is a work in progress, I would say, and if this is going to be considered about contributing on the basis of hope or faith, right? That is a choice too for you. But the point we're trying to make here is that the leadership is not just sitting and saying in vacuum that we are hopeful that things will be okay at LTI. Like I said, we all have heard about conversations that are taking place in terms of what we want to do with the new LTI. What happened in the case of the old LTI? Nobody negates that. I'll repeat again that what happened at the old LTI was something that was not supposed to happen, which happened. We all here right now at that time did not have a say in the decisions that was being made. People, our opinion did not matter at all. We never had any opportunity of this nature where we come to discuss for the leadership to listen and take you from there to determine the kinds of decisions, to inform the kinds of decisions that will be made for institutions such as LTI that is supposed to be so meaningful, in the life of Lutherans, of all Lutherans. So basically, I think we should remain hopeful. I was going to say that to you. Yes, we should remain hopeful that the conversations that are taking place in terms of the structure, the revitalization, the recovery of the structure, the infrastructure first. That's what we want to see up. When the infrastructure is up, then the software can come in. Like Brother Sunday said, we can start to think about the kind of policies, what decisions supposed to be made, the extent to which the institution is supposed to be open, how the institution is supposed to be accessible. Those things will come. But I'm not sure we can start making the policy decision about LTI when we do not even have a physical infrastructure to accommodate the would-be students of LTI. The first thing we need to be talking about how we can have the campus ready to even accept people. Then while that is in progress, we can begin to talk about the policies that are supposed to affect the institution. So that's my thought. I remain confident, as a Lutheran and a Liberian. I remain confident. Not many Liberians of my type or my caliber in terms of where I come from, the son of a former nurse at the Korean Lutheran Hospital, who got his meager resources and contributed to the education of his son. That today I'm sitting here and I'm having this conversation. I didn't come from an elite family, but I had an opportunity to go to LTI because of the determination of my parents. They were able, their meager resources, they were able to put that there to send me to LTI. Few other parents did that also. In the case of the Liawalis and other people, they supported their children to go to LTI. Patrick, Savis, who was an outstanding student at LTI, he came from there. We all came from the same salary district and other places. I know that the number was insignificant to the children of elites that went to LTI. But we can be hopeful that if we succeed in transforming our infrastructure in terms of the campus, put everything back together to accommodate students, the LTI can adopt policies based on how we can inform and advise our leaders. Now that we have the opportunity to do so, I don't think that we just brush aside your views. Somebody like you, your views matter a whole lot. And that's one thing I said, that this leadership is not just me also. I think many other Lutherans are of that opinion, that this leadership is open and responsive from what they've demonstrated so far. So hearing from somebody like you, hearing from somebody like me, Willie, Corpo, and the rest of the folks who come here and discuss Sunday, the leadership takes our opinions, our pieces of advice into consideration a lot. I'm sure that helps to inform some of the decisions that they are making now. The issue of verification, for example, to institute measures for accountability in the Lutheran Church. It was not just the decision made by the leadership, was not just made by them behind closed doors. The decision was largely informed by some of the discussions that were held on my Lutheran Connection. We brought lawyers here who provided legal perspective, legal expertise. We brought administrators here. We brought financial experts here who provided their expertise. And I'm sure the leadership took those expert opinions into consideration to inform their decision about the nature, the structure, the scope of the verification process. So this platform is a trigger. And to have somebody like you on it is highly appreciated. So we appreciate your opinion, your view. It matters a lot to us as a network, and I'm sure it matters to the leadership. I won't speak for them, but the fact that the bishop is on every Sunday and he follows, and it's my understanding that his lieutenants are always on too. They always follow. I think they take cue from this. This is an opportunity we've never had in the history of our church, where we have a platform that Lutherans can congregate and exchange views and be able to differ on issues and agree on issues. We never had it before. So this is a major trigger in the history of our church. And I think it's quite important for the forward march of the church. LTI topic is one of those crucial topics that we should keep talking about. And I think the more we talk about it, the more we'll be able to arrive at an agreeable position. We may not agree totally in terms of how we should proceed with it, but to some extent, we will agree on what we should do as a church to move the institution forward. So, do we still have Brother Cisse on the phone?
I'm here. I'm just listening. I'm listening to you do your thing. But of course, you and I know one another very well, so you exactly know I'm where I stand. So it's good. It's good. I just want to put it out there because you know me, Willie know me from St. Dominic. That if I'm thinking it, I'm saying it. And so for me, it's a dissonance. For me, and I see, there are people who say, if you belong to the Lutheran Church, then everything Lutheran is yours because of the faith, and I tend to disagree because when you make things cost prohibitive, if you just to talk about one of my fellow friends when you were in Salaya district, and people over there, the place they get the most employment is in Zaza. And not everybody can be nurses, and not everybody can work in Zaza to make the money to send their kids to Salary. Then that is cost prohibitive. If you take the overall Lutheran Church membership and you look at the average median income and you charge a tuition way above the average median income, then there's no longer belong to the faith. Now it belongs to other people. And so then my only biggest concern here, and I keep saying it, is that I really have not had anybody tell me yet, how do I own ownership in this? Is it just because I'm a Lutheran and it has Lutheran on the name, so it's mine? Or how do I own a part of the Lutheran Training Institute? Because that comes back to the thing I've been saying over and over. And Jokai pointed to that a little bit. And this is going to be my last comment on that, and I'll let you guys move on with the show. But I want to drill down this issue that it is wrong. And the bishop needed to first address that before coming to this stage to fundraise. It is wrong for the Lutheran Training Institute in its heyday to belong to people whose parents were ministers and deputy ministers and directors in government, and that was charging cost prohibitive tuition that the people in the locality could not afford, to now come to those people who could not afford to pass through the gates of LTI, to now fund the revival of the LTI, will first fresh only up to those historical wrongs that was done. That's my point. And the bishop needed to own up to that. And I'm sure there's a lot of other historical wrong that the Lutheran Church have done to its membership that the church needs to own up to before asking people to give money. You asking me to donate, but you haven't addressed the harm or even acknowledged the harm Because when I brought it up that day on the show, he didn't acknowledge it. He just said, yes, okay, we will make sure that doesn't happen that way. You want us not acknowledging it, right, as the head of the church. And that's what I'm saying about the kumbaya. But it's been great listening to you guys. I could not listen to you. I just had to point it out that this is gaslighting to ask me who could not, who was tuitioned out of being able to go to LTI to now fund the facelift of where elites used to live is a dissonance.
Thank you, Brother Cesar. Your view is always welcome, entertained on the show because we believe it's very important for the forward march of the church. Again, I will say this to you, Brother Cesar: if you did not own the former LTI, here's an opportunity. Let's engage so we can own the new LTI. I think that's the best way to proceed with this. We didn't. I mean, it's hurtful. It hurts that our parents did not have the opportunity to send all of our siblings to LTI when they should have. Yeah, because of the cost implication at the time. But hey, the world has not ended, Brother Cesar. We have to move on. Let's revamp the LTR that we have now to the new LTR that we envisage, and then we own it. Let's own it. It's a great opportunity for us to do that. So, as Brother Cesar indicated, Siskopo and Willie, about the cost implication of the institution. That's one of the issues that people have had before, and I don't think the bishop wants to brush that aside. The bishop has the opportunity if he wants to call to talk about that. He said he raised his concern during the fundraiser. The bishop did not address it to his satisfaction. He just brushed it aside. Bishop, you can talk about that. And let me also use the opportunity to clarify that, hey, Siskopo and Willie, that there is no way that we were just sing praises by any measure, directly or indirectly. The leadership, no. Our show is intended to be a trigger, a place where we are able to provide an opportunity for Lutherans to hold their leaders accountable. That's one commitment that we have, and that's what we continue to do. We will continue to do that at all times and by every measure. But the story of LTI is that LTI in the past, that's LTI in the past. Things that went wrong in the past, we are unearthing them, and we have the opportunity to talk about them every day. But the opportunity we have is to build a new LTI, is to own a new LTI. And I like the comments from Brother Sunday George. Willie, you screened it earlier. I read part of it. Brother George was talking about the hardware and the software analogy, where LTI as an institution, we can build, we can build the infrastructure, and the next thing that will follow, we all can have a say. We can sit around the table. I mean, nobody should stop us now from having a say in the decisions that affect the church. Times have changed. We never had our opportunity before. We should be able to have a say in the policies that will govern the new LTI. That's when we should be able to demonstrate ownership of the new LTI. If we didn't do it in the past, that doesn't mean that we cannot do it now. It's not late, because we have our children coming. We have our grandchildren coming. We have our siblings, their children, their grandchildren coming. If we have a new LTI that we can help to adopt a policy to govern, we can even make it accessible. We make it affordable to them. If it did not happen for us in the past, I don't think it also means that it's not going to happen now and happen tomorrow. Willie,
Yeah,
you got anything to chime in on that?
Yeah, I got something to chime in, but mine has to do with contribution. I want to thank our father Menipele K Sumo. I got that
Father
name.
Menipele.
Yes, Father Menipele K Sumo. Says Kapo, please update our record. 50 United States dollars. I just received it.
Wow,
thank you so much, Father Sumo. Thank you. Thank you so much.
That is great.
Yes.
That is great.
Thank you so much, Father Sumo.
Yeah, that is great. That is great. Father Sumo, thank you. We appreciate it. That's massive. $50. You know what $50 can do in terms of painting a building? How many cups of paint $50 can buy?
Yeah.
or to
And,
pay
and in
somebody.
fact, that is gonna put
Mhm.
our cash on hand at 870 United States
$70
dollars.
because we
Yeah.
had $820,
820, yes.
$870.
870 United States dollars. Yes.
You're right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to thank you, Father Memple. This is an initial effort. We will continue this effort, and it's not just about LTR. We will take our time to look at other institutions within the LCL to see how we can support them. And I think the more the leadership uh, provide more results in the area of accountability and transparency, the more Lutherans will be encouraged, to contribute to these kinds of efforts. Because for now, we, we are the national church, like some of our religious prelates will say, our fathers will say. We are no longer the mission church. We no longer have the kind of external support that we used to have before. As a church, right now, everything is on us. We have to mobilize the resources that we need to carry out the activities we need to carry out in different facets of the church. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt. I also want to announce that. The last time while on the phone, Brother Goya made a pledge of $100. He has just sent in 50 United States dollars. That is going to put us at 920 United States dollars. 920 United States dollars. We want to say thank you so much, Brother Goya, Brother
Brother
Cesar
Goya,
Goya.
this is
You just
welcoming. This
made,
is
yes,
welcoming.
you
Thank you
just
so
made a
much.
contribution.
That is quite significant. That's going to be
Yeah,
helpful
yeah,
in making LTR presentable. That's going to be important. And I'll continue to emphasize that the funds that we are raising is actually to give LTR a facelift. It's not part of what the Alumni Association and the LCL have done in terms of the assessment they have done to make a determination of what is required to revitalize the institution.
breaking news again. Breaking news.
Right.
Brother Sonny George, we want to say thank you very much. Brother Sonny George, I've just received 75 United States dollars. 75 United States dollars. All right, I'm trying to put my mathematic
Yeah,
system.
75 plus 870. Yeah.
70,
Yeah.
no, 75 plus 20. It's 920 plus 75. So
Uh-huh.
that's nine. Wait,
95.
eh?
95. 95.
990,
995.
995.
Mm-hmm.
995. Okay, good. Yeah, thank you. So
Yeah.
$995. Can someone just cross us? Can someone send us across the line of 1,000 before we close
Yeah.
tonight?
So we can
We
deliver
want to cross
1,000
1,000.
this week to the LCL. Yeah.
Yes. We, we,
Right.
we want to cross 1,000, please. If we can send 1,000 to Liberia, please.
Brother
By
Sunday
this
George,
week.
Brother Sunday George, thank you. Brother Sunday
Thank you
George,
so
thank you
much,
so
Brother
much.
Sonny George. Thank you so much.
That's quite significant, Brother George. Thank you. Thanks a lot. It's highly appreciated. The
Yes.
contributions you are making, I'm sure the LCL is going to use it for the intended purpose. I have no doubt that the funds will be diverted to something else because I believe in the caliber of people, in the leadership that they will be able to use the funds appropriately, the purpose for which they've been collected. Yeah,
Yeah.
Brother Ceci, you want to say something? I see you smiling.
No, no. I mean, I'm just excited that people are again, responding, and I want to also inform our church, administration, the bishop, and the rest of the team that um, I'm very hopeful we're going to cross this mark because there are some individuals and some institutions that we've written on, to support this process, and we have not heard from them yet. It doesn't mean that they are not giving or listening ears, but I believe they are going to respond to us, significantly. So just want to encourage them. And I also receive information um, from the central administration,
Mm-hmm.
specifically the bishop,
Mm-hmm.
Brother Goya. Bishop sent me information that he's gonna be on the bishop hour. During the bishop hour, he's gonna address the concern that you raised. He took note of it, and also he is asking to get in touch with you directly so that how you can give, when Brother Jokai talk about the complaints, you know he's listening, he has listening ears to all of the complaints, but he also needs solutions. So he want to speak just how he asked to speak with Sis Joyce on last Sunday. He wants to
Absolutely.
speak directly with or with Brother with not Brother Jokai, with Brother Goya. He want to speak with you directly as an administrator, as an educator. He want to speak with you directly in order to
And
help you.
Willie, I don't want you to hold back. Bishop is always open. You can make Bishop number available to Brother Goya too.
No,
He can,
I'll definitely send it. I'll definitely send it
yeah,
to him. I'll send it
he
to him.
can call him, and you can also send Bishop's Brother Sister's Goya number to Bishop,
Number
because
to Bishop.
Bishop did it openly on the phone with Sis Joyce when she was on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
phone.
Sis Joyce.
Yeah, we
Yes.
exchanged the number, so I don't think he will have any
I
issues
just
with the
have to
exchange
go
of number.
to
Absolutely, yeah,
yeah, I
absolutely.
just have to go to this number right here. Is 0886-55-6197. 0886-55-6197. I will send it over to hold on right here. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. We've crossed the 1,000. Thank you so much. We've crossed the 1,000. Thank you to couple. This is not your pastor. Please slow down. This is my pastor now. Thank you to the Reverend Doctor, to the Reverend Doctor and Mother Nanakpa Allison for crossing us across the 1,000 mark. We now, I just received $52. $50 is donation, and the $2, when I cash it out now, it's gonna be they're gonna take the service fee from that. But I'm gonna leave it until Tuesday, so it's gonna be $52 at the center. So thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Father Allison, thank you. So
Yeah,
I think it should be like $1,045. $1,045.
yeah, $1,047.
No, I'm not adding the
Okay,
two
take the $2
dollars
from there.
because
Okay,
it's
yeah, the $2.
$75.
Take the $2 from there. Yeah,
So
one
it should be
thousand
one
forty-five
thousand
dollars.
forty-five dollars.
Yes. So,
Okay, so we're not
that's
going
right.
to be giving.
If someone saying $55, we have $1,100.
We are not going to give the LCL less than $1,000.
No, we're
That's
not going
the
to give
rule.
them less than $1,000. No.
So we'll be giving 1,045 as things stand right now in United
Yeah.
States dollars,
Yes.
and we'll
Yes.
be giving 7,700 Liberian dollars.
7,700 Liberian dollars. Yes.
Right to the LCL right now. That should be quite significant, and we will send our money over this week and collect the receipts. I'm sure couple will go over to the LCL office and make the payment and get the receipt from the LCL for us for our records.
Yeah.
This is quite significant. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you to our contributors. Father Allison, we want to say thank you so much. Father Allison is a religious follower of the show, and not only that, he contributes a lot. He's one of those we enjoy drinking from his fountain. Yes, so we've been promising to bring Brother Josh on, Willie. We haven't done that.
Yeah,
I think
we need
this
to try
new year.
this month.
Yeah,
We gotta be careful this month. The last Sunday is the last Sunday. Let's take away the last Sunday.
yeah,
The
because
last and
Bishop
first
already
Sunday.
indicated that on his show. Bishop will be here on his show. Yeah.
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 So the last and first Sunday we take that out, and on the third Sunday, we're gonna have the youth, the National Lutheran Youth. They'll be going for camp,
Summer
and
camp.
yeah, summer camp, and
Oh, okay, yes,
yeah,
we need to have them.
right, as we all as we've done in
But
the
Willie,
past.
we need to start discussing with the verification committee. They need to come over.
The verification committee. So we have the 11th. We can have the verification committee, or we're gonna have the education committee to come and talk about the scholarships.
Okay.
We have some information, but we want the right people to come so we can discuss this scholarship issue.
Yeah.
Some people have been raising some concern.
Yeah, we don't want to
Scholarship,
speculate. We don't want to speculate. We don't
we
want to
don't want to
guess
speculate
anything.
who
Yeah.
received the
So,
scholarship and what.
Let's speak with
yeah,
the authority.
let's speak with the authorities. So come next Sunday, we're gonna try much as possible to have the team from the education board or the education committee will be
Right.
here and they will speak to the scholarship
Absolutely.
and hopefully they will tell us those who have received those who are going to benefit from the scholarships, where the scholarships coming from, where where they're coming from, whichever institution that sends that send the scholarships to the Lutheran Church in Liberia. They will come here on next Sunday and they will tell us everything. So please let us just hold our peace. Next Sunday we will be discussing the scholarship issues. And that will be we'll be going strictly educational next Sunday. On the 18th, we are going to be having the Lutheran Youth Fellowship, the National Lutheran Youth Fellowship. On the 25th is Christmas Day. We are going to have, and it's just a coincidence. On Christmas Day, we're going to have the Bishop Hour. So
Let's wait. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that. Let's see what happens. I don't know what another bishop wants to be sitting on here on Christmas Day. Neither do I want to be
I don't
sitting
know
here.
if he wants to do a dress by dress.
We're going to think about that. But for now, I want us,
yeah.
yes, let's have the youth. That's quite important. But
youth.
let's work around bringing the verification committee. We need to know where they are.
Where they
with
are,
the
yeah.
verification process. And I think this is just an encouragement for the leadership to take this verification process very seriously. The fundraiser for LTI has demonstrated that addressing the issue of accountability is very significant. The only way you can restore the confidence of the people is to address the issues, the accountability issues. This is very serious in the church. People are raising concerns about things that happen, in the past financially. This is quite important. We have to address the issue of accountability if Lutherans must come back to support the leadership and support the efforts of the church. I think this is important. So the leadership must think about that. We'll try to bring the verification committee. We want the audience to hear from the horse's mouth themselves. Let them be here and tell us where they are, how far they've gone, how they're proceeding with it. Everybody needs to understand it because the feedback that we got from the fundraiser, everything points to accountability. Everything points to that. Yes, people making contribution are concerned. They're worried whether or not their money is going to the right place. So yeah, in the church we can't be talking that. This is a religious institution. We can't be talking about accountability. Right? People should be upright and honest in their dealings in the church. And if that doesn't happen, certain measures needs to be taken to address that. Right. So, folks, you are in tune to my Lutheran Connections. Here, today's discussion, we having a little reflection on the fundraiser we had last week for LTI. It continues with the collection of pledges. Do you have somebody on the phone? Oh, okay. Well, I thought you had somebody on the phone.
No. Sorry, no.
Collection of pledges.
I was just making sure to check. The thing about Cash App is like when you receive the Cash App, it sounds like when you're at the casino.
Come on.
Sound like.
You want to talk about that,
So that's the sound actually I'm just eager to hear right now.
Sis Couple, you hear that? The man is here, he's streaming. Right.
Yeah,
right.
But I mean it was a wonderful show today.
Right.
We want to again thank everyone. Right now, per our calculation, 1,045 United States dollars. We hope to send by Thursday of this week, but you never know. Today we are saying $1,045. I'm very hopeful it's going to be more than 1,100 that we will
Absolutely,
be
it's
giving
possible.
The contributions are still coming. So
right.
Yeah, and there are some people that we're going to make follow up with them, and they're going to send contribution in. So we just want to say thank you everybody.
Absolutely. I agree. And folks, there you have it. Your report, the numbers. Couple, can you go over the numbers for us before we close the show? The totals, just the
Couple, do
totals.
you have the up? Do you have anything updated, or is our same old report we got?
The same old one.
Right.
You get
Right.
me?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
cash on hand, Liberian dollar is 7,700. Is that correct, couple?
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes it's 700.
USD, USD is $1,045 now. It was 820 before. It's $1,045 now.
1025. Yes.
Right. So the transfers, US dollar, we have $8 now transfer fee. It was $6 plus the $2 that came with Reverend
Yes.
Allison's contribution. It's
Yes.
eight
Yes.
dollar in transfer fee.
Hmm.
So we will determine what to be done with the transfer fee that we collected. So we have the balance of 5,000 Liberian dollars to collect. So the US balance will not be 2,690 again because some payments have been made. So when we update the records, we will give the new numbers when we're giving the second report.
You know, I mean, couple, I can't stop thanking you, man. Look, I just put the figures in right now. It's like magic.
Everything that's
It's just
right.
happening.
All
Yes,
right, all right. Yeah, that's
just
what it should
happening.
be.
So
Mhm.
thank you so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, Willie, I think we should give our parting comments.
Yeah, we can give our parting comments now. Oh, sorry, our sister couple just dropped off. But
Right.
BJ, I want to say thank God. Thank God that we are in the month of Avon. You know very well, and today the ambassador is not here. I'm going to remind him because he knows that perhaps he thinks we are in December and this is Christmas season. No, this is Advent. Okay. Um, yeah, I'm an old acolyte. So, ambassador, whatsoever you are, we are in Advent at this time. Um, I want to thank everyone. Thank you for your, um, you know, your comments, your contributions, um, and your support to our network, because it is only because of, you our viewers, and all of the comments and all the contributions that you made that help us to do the right thing that we are to do. We are human, and no man is infallible.
Right.
But we just want to say thank you, and thank you so much. I mean, yes, that's just my closing comment. I just want to say thank you to everybody.
Hey, couple,
Yes.
you can
Yeah, I
give
want
your
to say
parting
thank you
comment?
to everyone. Yes, yes. I want to say thank you to everyone, and we'll continue to say thank you. Like Brother Robert said, why should LTI be his? Brother Robert, the issue is just that, but this is our church. And when you don't do it for your church, who will do it for you? We need to put the past behind us, and we look at the future, the present and the future. The LTI before, we all pray and hope that those policies that will come out, that will be crafted, it should be in the interest of everyone. Like you said, those days, only the elite. And we pray and hope that this time around, it will not be only the elite. Even the Yakwa or the Yakwas will be able to go there. Even Matala Nimu will be able to go there.
Yeah.
So let us please take it as our, I know from where you speak from. Yes, so let us please take it. We'll continue to call, we'll continue to remind people about our obligation. I will try to get the number, and we all should try to, but wait, to see how best we can get numbers and start making call to people. That some people came out with time frame. As soon as that date reach, we'll be on your line. So please fulfill your promises. Please. Lutheran Church, one Lutheran Church, we have our common denominator is the Lutheran Church. So for me, anything that has Lutheran to it,
Mhm.
it is mine. I will try my best to do what I think I can do. Yes, so Brother Robert, please let us try. Let us forget about the past. Let us forge ahead. Thank you, and thank you.
Says couple, please correct this before you leave. It Goya.
What's that?
Goya. Says it
Oh,
Goya.
Brother. Oh, Sese Goya. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
was my okay, Brother Robert.
Yeah.
All right, Sese Goya, Brother Goya. Where do you call him?
Yeah.
It's very classy.
Now I know it need. Now I know it need.
Very
Okay.
classy.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. Willie, this is how I'm going to close. I want you to please screen Gay Wula's comment.
Okay, yeah. Get what I made a comment.
Brother Wula just joined us, I suppose. I'm not sure he was following the show, and he's right to ask this question at the end of the show, to tell him how much we collected. Brother Wula, we've been here now for 1 hour, 40 minutes, and all we've been doing is to emphasize the different totals that we collected, to give the reports, about what we collected from the fundraiser thus far. So we Liberian dollars, we have on hand cash that we collected, 70,700 United States dollars. I mean Liberian dollars. Brother Geula is Liberian dollars, 7,700 Liberian dollars collected. And United States dollars, we collected $1,045. $1,045. $1,045. So the 7,700 Liberian dollars and $1,045 will be given to the LCL officially this week. When the money is given to the LCL, we collect our receipt for our records. And during the course of the show, we thank you, Gewula, and all Lutherans and non-Lutherans who made their contributions to support this fundraiser. You are a hero. We want to thank you very much. Your $100 is very significant. It's going to help a lot in bringing some changes on the campus. It will help either to buy paint or to buy a few pieces of plank, wood, or to buy zinc, or to buy something just to give, LTI a facelift. The LCL will decide on what to do with that. But we just want to assure you that your contribution was quite significant, just as all of the other contributions. And we have balances that we have to collect. We have a balance of 5,000 Liberian dollars in pledge to collect, and we have a balance of 2,690 United States dollars in pledges to collect. And we screen the spread. You were not on the show, I suppose. We screen the spreadsheet that have all the details that reflect the report, that reflect the totals I just read to you. All the reports, all the details that reflect the totals that I just read to you, I just mentioned to you. We have a spreadsheet that we screen to all the audience that they were able to see it. If you go back and watch the show, you'll be able to see all the details. But we want to close by saying thank you, Brother Gewula, and the rest of the folks. We appreciate everything you've done since Veliga. I know you just got into. Thank you very much for everything. Brother Gewula, we can assure you that we'll post that spreadsheet in the chat room. No, we're not going to post that spreadsheet in the chat room. Let me begin by saying that we're not going to put that in the chat room. What we can do, we can put summaries. We'll put summaries in the chat room. We can do that for you. And the summaries will include the total cash collected, Liberian and United States dollars, the pledges made but not collected in US and Liberian dollars, and then balances in US and Liberian dollars. Those are the three totals. We can provide summaries in the chat room, but not our spreadsheet reflecting the details. Okay, so we will do that. Says Belinga, thank you very much. I see that you also came in. Thank you very much for your support. Thanks to everyone who watched the show, who followed the show. Thank you for being here with us every Sunday. It's highly appreciated. We will always be here to do what we have to do for you. We are here in the interest of our church, so we'll be here every Sunday. Thank you very much for following. We'll see you next time.